I'm Eric Hess. Today's subject is logical fallacies. What we're going to be talking about is if politicians X lie, does that mean that they're all liars? No, but they sure like to stretch the truth. Why does it matter to me? It matters because I get tired of hearing them. I get tired of hearing all these stories. I've heard a bunch in my lifetime. And some of them are really waffly. But with all the campaigning going on across the country, for everything from the White House to your local city council seats, everybody's telling what they want us to hear. And we need to pick out what it is the truth and not the truth. Is it logical or not? So, the first one example, I'm going to give some examples. And the first one is, there was a campaign ad, or Mitt Romney, on August the 6th, he said that the Obama administration had changed the welfare laws to where no one had to go out for job training anymore. Nobody had to go out and look for a job. They could just stay home and receive their check. That's not true. The truth is, back in July, Congress, who handed the money out to the states to give to the recipients for assistance, told the state, they said, look, stay within the federal guidelines, stay within the box. But if you can figure out a way to save some money, do it. Okay? So you got to stay within the box. So that kind of overruled what Romney said August 6th. Another one that was out here recently was that there was a commercial that said that Bain Capital, which is owned by Mitt Romney, one of the owners of Bain Capital, had bought up a steel mill called GSP Steel, and they had closed it up. And because of the closure, a employee who lost his job, his wife prematurely died of cancer. Nah, not true. Truth is, yes, the woman did die of cancer. But she wasn't even diagnosed with cancer until approximately 3 years after the closure of the plant. She died 6 years after the closure of the plant. Another example I'd like to give is when you see any politician up there behind the podium and he says, vote for me, I'm going to change everything, I'm going to bring in some new laws, I'm going to make it good for everybody. You can't do that. This person is one single drop of water in the big pool that makes up the government, whether it be a local government, federal government, state government, one drop of water. That's all this person is. When you hear him running for president, I love sitting there listening to the debate. Because they'll say, well, when I'm elected, I'm going to make this law into effect, and this is how it's going to affect everybody. The president cannot make up a law. The president can only veto a new law. Now, he can go down to a local congressman's office and say, hey, Matt, why don't you get some of them together? I think this would be a good law that everybody has a brand new Sunbeam blender on their kitchen counter. Well, so Mac and his fellow colleagues there in Washington say, hey, that's not a bad idea. So they write it up. What happens is another politician hop in on the bandwagon, and they'll put pork on there. An example of that, the bridge to nowhere in Alaska. Nobody in Alaska wanted it. For some reason, the congressman thought they should have a bridge going out to an island that didn't even have anyone living on it. Nobody wanted to live on it. So that bill got vetoed. So, in conclusion, with all the campaigning we've heard, sit down and think. Do a little research on the computer. Make sure that what we're being told is the truth before you go vote. The number one reason I liked Ronald Reagan and I voted for him years ago is of a statement he made. I like jelly beans. That's all the man said. Some reporter asked me something, he said, I like jelly beans. I voted for that man. That was a true, honest statement. And when he got in the White House, he always had a jar of jelly beans on the table for everybody. So, think before you vote. Don't let your emotions drive you to the polls. Let your mind and your decision drive you to the polls. Thank you very much.